Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Nita
हरि बोल।
I couldn't listen. We're gonna play harmonium. Yeah. Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai. Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai. Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai. Kibe Jayo, Jayo Gaur Chandet, Arati ko Shobha. Kibe Jayo, Jayo Gaur Chandet, Arati ko Shobha. Jahanavitavane Jagamanalobha. Jahanavitavane Jagamanalobha.
if everyone can bend down and pay their obeisances. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajkacharya Asutara Sata Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajkacharya Asutara Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyamakunda Radhakunda Ki Govardhan Ki. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki. Shri Mathura Dham Ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Shri Jagannath Dham Ki. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Kirtan Gopinath Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Shri Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale. Shri
Can I have cartels? I will. Where's the clock? Is there a clock somewhere here? Okay, perfect. I can see it. I see it. Thank you. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Yeah. It's okay. 7-5? Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yasoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namni Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nivesesa Sunyavari Pasyachadi Satarani Umagyana Timirandasya Ganandana Salakaya Shakshu Vunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shuravi Namaha. Thank you for this opportunity to glorify Krishna in your presence. Such a wonderful temple, such a wonderful energy. Yes, so let's start. I am gonna give this talk is inspired by the Damodar Astakam, the prayer we're about to chant. I'm just covering some underlying ideas that are there in in the Damodarastakam. I'm not following the text verse by verse, but these are some ideas that come out in the Damodarastakam. No. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo viti tadvataha so vikalpena yogena yunjate natra samsayaha. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tadvataha so vikalpena yogena yunjate natra samsayaha. Do two people want to try? Etam Some keep it on the verse for a second. So, etam means these, vibhutim, opulences of Krishna, and yoga, mystic powers. Mama, Krishna speaking, mine. Whoever knows these, viti tadvata, whoever knows these factually, so kalpena yogena, he'll have a very fixed yoga. He'll have a very fixed connection with Krishna. And of this there is no doubt. Natra samsaya. So let's read the translation. One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mine engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. Everyone together. One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mine engages unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. Let's read the purport. The highest summit of spiritual perfection is knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Unless one is firmly convinced of the different opulences of the Supreme Lord, he cannot engage in devotional service. Generally, people know that God is great, but they do not know in detail how God is great. Here are the details in Bhagavad Gita. If one knows factually how God is great, then naturally he becomes a surrendered soul and engages himself in the devotional service of the Lord. When one factually knows the opulences of the Supreme, there is no alternative but to surrender to him. This factual knowledge can be known from the descriptions in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita in similar literatures. In the administration of this universe, there are many demigods distributed throughout the planetary system, and the chief of them are Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the four great Kumaras, and the other patriarchs. There are many forefathers of the population of the universe, and all of them are born of the Supreme Lord, Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the original forefather of all forefathers. To just give context to this paragraph, this last paragraph, Krishna was just describing that in previous verses, how he's the source of all of Brahma, or of all the progenitors in the universe. These are some of the opulences of the Supreme Lord. When one is firmly convinced of them, he accepts Krishna with great faith and without any doubt. And he engages in devotional service. All this, can you press on the paragraph? Because it'll make that go away. Okay. All this particular knowledge is required in order to increase one's interest in the loving service of the Lord. One should not neglect to understand fully how great Krishna is. For by knowing the greatness of Krishna, one will be able to be fixed in sincere devotional service. So to understand, or to actually, our goal here, I think most of you know, is to develop our love for Krishna. huh? And what's the best way to do that? Is to develop knowledge of Krishna. The more we get to know about Krishna, the more we will get to love him. Who has had that effect here? By reading the Bhagavad Gita, we develop more and more appreciation. An important part of the Bhagavad Gita is Krishna describes his opulences. And we get to appreciate that. And especially in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, describes how he's the best of everything. Right? Of the immovable things, I am the Himalayas. I'm the light of the sun. Of the sages, I'm Narada. So he lists, this is the rest of the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Oh, you can keep it there. You can keep it there for now. He lists many opulences. And knowing these opulences, especially for us in our state, we can appreciate Krishna in nature, for example. He's the light of the sun, he's the light of the moon. All these pleasant things in nature, all these great things that we see in our lives are manifestations of Krishna. But that's just to give us an understanding of his greatness. So by developing more and more appreciation for his greatness, we want to establish more and more a relationship with him because we see more and more that he's present in our lives more and more. So that's, for me, in a nutshell, what this verse is talking about. So the understanding the greatness of Krishna helps us develop more love for him, and what we call that bhakti. Bhakti. So it's devotional service towards him. I also want to talk about, we have very short time, so I'm going quite quickly. I also want to talk about the greatness of bhakti itself. This is where we go then. Thank you. The greatness of bhakti itself, how, so by knowing the opulences of Krishna, we want to serve Krishna more, but by serving Krishna more, we get to understand him more. He says at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyascha smitadvataha tatto mam tadvato gadva vishate tadanantaham. And Krishna says that I'm only known by bhakti. So first we have to have some preliminary knowledge of bhakti. Some preliminary knowledge of Krishna. We get to understand Krishna, who he is, what's his position, his opulences, and then we get to render service unto him, and by rendering service unto him, we get to know more about him. And then we get to know, we start to appreciate not only the greatness of Krishna, but the sweetness of Krishna. And this is what this month of Damodar is all about, so understanding the sweetness of Krishna. And those persons who have developed a relationship with Krishna, they relish Krishna at all times. There's a nice verse that describes that. Vayam tu na vitripyamya uttamasloka vikrame yashrin vatam rasagyanam svadu pade pade. That's at the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam. It says that a person who's rasagya, who knows, understands his relationship with Krishna, then he relishes the pastimes. He relishes hearing about uttamasloka vikrame, the person who's full of wondrous activities and is full, and also not only are these activities wonderful, but they're described in the best manner by great sages, uttamasloka vikrame. And so the devotees, they develop this taste to hear and hear, and this is why you're all here. I think lots of you are here to relish. Unfortunately, I'm the one talking, but yes, so that's the greatness of bhakti, is that we start to taste more and more, or appreciate more and more the sweetness of Krishna. And I just want to cover, so from the Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, we talk a lot about bhakti, we talk a lot about rasa. If you actually want to understand what bhakti is and what rasa is, this is the book. Prabhupada did a summary study of the book. He called it The Nectar of Devotion. It's based on the Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, the ocean, the book that describes the ocean of nectar that is a devotional service and one's mellow or one's relationship with Krishna, Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu. And at the beginning of the book, Srila Rupa Goswami, the author, he describes different characteristics of bhakti, And also these characteristics, they manifest at different stages of bhakti. So there is the beginning of bhakti where we're practicing, we're coming here and we're chanting Hare Krishna. We're all chanting 16 rounds. We all encourage you to chant some names of Krishna on a daily basis. And this is called sadhana bhakti. We come here, we make a regulated practice. But as we develop that more and more, we develop more and more emotions for Krishna. Our heart becomes purified by the practice. So that's called bhava bhakti. It's a more elevated stage where one is in constant ecstasy while doing it. Not only is he practicing, but he's finding great joy and great happiness. He can't stop practicing because it's just enjoyable. So that's bhava bhakti. And then the topmost, the perfectional stage is prema bhakti, in pure love of God. So that's our goal, is to develop pure love of God. And when we read, for example, Damodarastakam, we read about how Krishna interacts with his mother, Yasoda. So these devotees are in the platform of prema bhakti. Radharani, Yasoda, those who are familiar with those names will understand. So the eternal servants of the Lord, the eternal residents of Vrindavan, or the eternal associates, that's the word I was searching, the eternal associates of the Lord, they're performing prema bhakti. And that's something we can also attain through practice and mercy. So these are the different stages, and this is where the different stages, they have each two characteristics of bhakti. So things that we'll experience from bhakti. So the first one is removes distress. And how does that, so the details of that when we practice sadhana bhakti, it removes distress. There's many stories of devotees who have come in contact with Krishna consciousness and they just felt happier. They just felt like something was lifted. There was one person, he said when he came to the temple, he felt like he was carrying a whole cloud his whole life. And as soon as he stepped in the temple, it's like this cloud was lifted. So the power of bhakti is that it removes distress if we follow nicely. And so what causes distress? Sinful reaction. And there's sinful reactions from this life, from the past life. So another thing also that causes distress is material desires. We anchor after stuff. It makes us miserable because we want something we don't have, or we're lusting over something which makes us uncomfortable. So that material desires. So bhakti will help us remove these desires. And ignorance. Often people suffer because they're simply ignorant. So bhakti helps us develop knowledge also. By purifying our heart, purifying our consciousness, we become less ignorant. And by the mercy of Prabhupada, we become less ignorant. We read his books, become less ignorant. So bhakti removes distress in this way. Also, it brings auspiciousness. So not only does it remove the bad things, but it gives us good things also. So what are these good things? Is that we develop, by purifying our heart, we develop affection for everyone. I met him this weekend, and now we're like good friends. Because we share Krishna together. So affection for all living things. Also, the other way around is that the devotee becomes attractive to everyone. Everybody, like if you practice bhakti nicely, we often see, like I was saying, my brother-in-law. I remember as a teenager, he was not practicing bhakti, and I saw him this weekend, and he's been practicing bhakti now for like many years, and you see he's like effulgent now. Like he becomes like this attractive young man that's like is responsible because he's happy, and he's, as you see, his heart is being purified, his consciousness is being purified. It becomes attractive to all living things. And also, the devotees develop more and more good qualities. Again, by purifying our heart, by purifying consciousness, we develop good qualities. We want to give up these bad qualities, but we want to develop good qualities. And it brings us happiness. It says that, although we don't desire these things, but Krishna will give it to us. Because Krishna will give us material happiness. Krishna will give us even Brahman realization, spiritual realization. But ultimately, what we want is happiness from Krishna. Finding pleasure and Krishna himself, because that's an eternal happiness. It's not a temporary happiness. So, then in the higher stages of bhakti, where, how much time is left? Oh, yes, I'm still good in time. Everything's auspicious. So, when one is on a higher level of bhakti, then he will experience these things that are there. And I'll just start like with number 4, is that actually this level is rarely achieved. Yeah? If we look around, like there's not, if we look around, we try to find people at that level, well, it's rare to find, actually, these people at that level. It's like, you know, how many follow soccer? I'm not a big soccer fan, but I know a little bit. How many know soccer, huh? Huh? How many Messis are there? Is that Messi? How many Messis are there? 1. Can we compare everybody to a Messi? No. But that shows, but the Messi shows like, what is a soccer player able to do? Not all soccer players will be Messis. But it's possible. It's possible to come to that level. So, and we shouldn't be discouraged by that. Like, I'm talking about bhakti, not about soccer play. We shouldn't be discouraged that it's rare, but we shouldn't take it cheaply. That position is rare. And when you find somebody in that position, and he's not faking it, but it's for real, then you should really cherish that person and really try to you know, come to his level and take his advice and like serve him and so Bhava Bhakti is rarely achieved. So this is the thing. So if we practice Krishna consciousness without attachment, like if we don't become attached to Krishna, we will never achieve it. So we have to practice Krishna consciousness, but even if we practice with attachment, Krishna rarely gives it. But we should still try, because there's nothing else to do. But okay, not that he doesn't give it, he doesn't give it immediately. We have to be patient. Rupa Goswami gives us so much wonderful information, but also in another book he gives us advice to be enthusiastic, to be patient, and be determined. So we don't have to give up our attachment to Krishna. Krishna's going to reward us one day. But we should remember that if he gives us mercy, that's rare also. And that makes us even want it more. We should ask more, become more of a beggar for the mercy. So, but when we attain Bhava Bhakti, it makes liberation look insignificant. So there's this concept of, you know, we don't matter whatever our situation is. Either we're in the material world or spiritual world, it doesn't matter where we are. As long as we have attachment for Krishna, everything's fine, everything's good. But you would truly be in that state if you're in Bhava Bhakti. Even a little attraction to Bhakti makes liberation look like grass. Like at least for myself, I understand theoretically that liberation, the spiritual emancipation, it's not as important as developing my love for Krishna. Because ultimately that's what real emancipation is. Then what to speak of material enjoyment. So everything else, if even spiritual emancipation looks insignificant, what to speak of material enjoyment, which is so temporary. Again, this is not cheaply achieved, and that's Bhava Bhakti. But Prema Bhakti is, like all of this is very nice, It's like, you know, some nice milk that's boiling on the stove. You smell the milk, it smells good, It smells good. You put some saffron in there, it smells really good. So all of this, it gets more and more condensed into Bhava Bhakti, starting to look like burfi. It's like starting to look like kheer now, But now it becomes burfi. Oh my God, burfi, so good. You got to offer it to Krishna, and Krishna will be so pleased. But that condensed bliss. I mean, I'm not talking about the burfi now anymore. I'm talking about the devotional services that is composed of unique condensed bliss. That's what Prema Bhakti is. And even Prabhupada was encouraging his devotees, says, boil the milk. Boil your love for Krishna. Make it condensed, make it sweet, like burfi. But the topmost, like condensed form of that is prema. And it's, what is it? It's not condensed milk, it's condensed bliss. There's nothing compared to it. So that's what the eternal associates of Krishna are experiencing. And so trillions of years of Brahman bliss cannot compare to one drop of the ocean. So an ocean of bliss of bhakti. So it's an ocean. And like it says, the nectar of devotion, also in the original title, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it's an ocean of nectar. And this is like the culmination of the greatness of bhakti, is that it is the only means to attract Krishna. Actually, it says that Krishna, he has a little addiction. In case you didn't know, Krishna has a little addiction. And what's that addiction? Is that he's addicted to prema. He's addicted to love. He gets completely controlled by his devotees because of their love. And that's part of the greatness of Krishna. That's part of the beauty of Krishna, that he becomes controlled by love. And that's the whole significance of Damodarastakam, is that Krishna is controlled by love. So, thank you for your attention. Thank you for the opportunity to speak about Krishna. Any questions or comments or corrections? Thank you.
If anybody has questions, please raise your hand.
We only have 2 minutes left.
A couple minutes, yes.
Now's the time or never. Yes, by the time he gets it, there'll be 1 minute left. Any other questions before that? Oh, yes, I encourage you. I'll do
Hare Krishna.
but I encourage you to get the nectar devotion, by the way. If you don't have it, now's your time to get it.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for your erudition and your class. Thank you. It's very a rare opportunity. Maybe all of you know, but did you say? Prabhu is coming from British Columbia. Thank you, Prabhu.
Oh, yes, it was said.
Okay. So, you mentioned that it's very rarely achieved, even Bhava Bhakti. But, right. On the other hand, we know how Krishna is, we hear how he's eager to have each one of us back in his association. So why is this so, why is it giving so rarely if he's so eager?
Well, because if he gives bhakti, he gives himself. If he gives Bhava Bhakti, he gives himself. So that's why he's hesitant. Because that's the key to his heart. You know, you have to develop trust for Krishna. Krishna has to develop trust in you. Before he gives you the keys to his heart, you have to prove yourself. So yes, he is eager. He's eager to that relationship. And he's eager, like Krishna, like we all want to be vulnerable. Sorry. We can only be vulnerable when we feel safe. In any relationship, but we want to experience that real intimate relationship, just us as human beings. We want to develop that real relationships with people, but that requires vulnerability. So we need to be safe in that relationship. We need to trust that person. We are just made in the image of God. So Krishna is the same way. So he's eager to give, but he wants that trust. Is that okay? Making sure. Okay. I think we're done.
We can take one more.
One
Yes.
more. That's great.
Anybody else who have a question, please raise your hand. I'll come by with the microphone for you. Anybody else? Any questions or maybe even any reflections from today's session? If you'd like to share, don't feel shy, just raise up your hand. Okay, going once, twice. Okay, we have someone there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One quick question is, when I'm measuring in stages of bhakti, sometime I'm in part 1, sometime in 2. suppose if we are progressing in 3 to 4, again we have option to go to 1 stage. How to measure where we are, or it is keep on switching? How to?
Well, these stages are not that like cut and dry. It's like a gradient. And also, I mean, if you're say you're bhakti, you feel that it's quivering. If you feel like it's quivering between things,
Yes.
you're still in sadhana. You're still in sadhana.
Oh, yes.
Sadhana, we're unsteady. Sometimes we're good, sometimes we're bad. So, but the point also that I want to mention is that in the Krishna consciousness and the way Prabhupada presented Krishna consciousness and what we do here, we chant, we hear the Bhagavatam, we associate with devotees, we eat prashadam. All these actually are so powerful that even if one is a neophyte, is a beginner, he can experience little tastes of bhava. So if you feel those little tastes, that's, first of all, the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, but it is also just to give you a little taste to want to become more serious.
Okay.
So yes, sometimes we do have emotions for Krishna, sometimes we have emotions for other things that are nonsense. So that's mean we're still practicing.
Okay.
But bhava, it's a serious thing. It's like constant. You're not quivering. Bhava is constant. It's all the time.
Okay.
Like one time, and I'll finish with that one story. One time Prabhupada said, there was a disciple of Prabhupada said, Prabhupada, sometimes when I'm in Maya, and Prabhupada replied, sometimes? So it's the other way around. We're always in Maya. Even in sadhana bhakti, we're kind of in Maya, and we're practicing to sometimes be in Krishna. Bhava bhakti, he's always in Krishna. Okay? I hope that helped clarify. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you once again, Damodar Gopal Prabhu. Can we give a bigger round of applause for Prabhu? Thank you. We hope you found the session insightful, a perfect note to end an auspicious month of Kartik. So we need another 15 minutes of your attention. We have some special announcements before we serve prasadam. How many of you were there for last week's Sunday feast? A show of hands? Few of you? Wonderful. So last weekend we launched the Prabhupada Book Marathon campaign. So for the upcoming weeks, every week we'll be hearing some special updates, progress on how the marathon has been going. It's a very special time of the year across all temples around the world in distributing the books of Srila Prabhupada, especially Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. For over a decade now, Toronto has been very active in contributing towards the global goal for distributing the books of Srila Prabhupada. Last week we had Mother Meenakshi Shamoyini Mataji speak about various projects that has been happening from the Toronto chapter of book distribution. Today we are going to welcome another devotee from the Sankirtan team, Param Gauranga Prabhu, who's here with us. He's going to be speaking about how you can all get involved in the Prabhupada Book Marathon campaign. So please join me in welcoming Param Gauranga Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So I stand here, long and tall, between you and a plate of prasad. Humor is important, right? So Kartik is done. So we have this home, this house where guests keep on coming. It's a festival, one festival after another. So Kartik is over today, and then we start Srila Prabhupada Marathon, which primarily focuses, as Prabhu said, on the distribution of books like Sri Bhagavad Gita. So I've made few notes here. This is so anybody knows why Srila Prabhupada Marathon and why focus on Bhagavad Gita in this month? Any takers? Question, that's a question. Yes, please. Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. Well, I thought I'll get, few more answers, but thank you. What's your good name? Akansha. Akansha. A round of applause for Akansha. So Bhagavad Gita was spoken in this particular month, and that is why we just go crazy and distribute Bhagavad Gita for a whole month. Like previous month, we just distributed, we just kept on chanting the holy name. So we are requesting all of you to share Bhagavad Gita. How many can one person distribute? How many can two distribute? But if we all look around, I think we are about 300-400 devotees in this temple room, and the temple room is filled. The devotees in the balcony, the devotees hearing online. So if we all can do a little bit and share in our network according to our capacity, we can distribute a lot of Bhagavad Gitas. Why distribute Bhagavad Gita? How many of you would like to make this world a better place? Raise your hand if you would like to make this world a better place. I wonder what is the goal for others? Why are others not raising their hands? I'm pretty sure some of you are shy or probably a bit hungry, but I'm sure everybody would like to make this world a better place, right? Let me ask again, how many of you would like to make this world a better place? Raise your hand. All right, thank you. That's a better response. Do you know, how can you, oh, there you go. Some kids are super enthusiastic. They're jumping and dancing in the back. We want to make this world a better place. So how can you make this world a better place? How can Bhagavad Gita help? Right? You might be wondering, so how can Bhagavad Gita help in making world a better place? Let's talk about few problems of the world right now. How many of you think poverty, lack of poverty, lack of clothing, lack of shelter is a problem? Right? Of course. Any guesses how much, well, let's talk about poverty. How much gold is discovered every single year? Anyone? Quick guesses, how many tons of gold is discovered every single year? How much? Any guesses? 1,000, 1,000, more than that? Okay. About 25 to 3,000 tons of gold is discovered every single year. How can we say we still have poverty when we discover so much of gold every single year, and then many other minerals? Let's talk about food. We have made so much advancement in food. Any guesses how much food is wasted every single year? A lot. Too much. So it's in billions of tons. More than 1 billion tons of food is wasted every single year. According to an estimate, 1/3 of the food that we farm or we get, it's actually wasted, right? I'm pretty sure all of you, I'm in Toronto, in the economic world we are living, everybody knows about the housing crisis, housing market. We have the technology, we can make buildings and buildings in less than a month. You know, in a week, in a couple of weeks, we can make buildings and houses. So if we have enough gold, if we have enough food, if we have technology to make shelter, why is it you guys think that we are not able to solve the problems, these basic problems of food, shelter and clothing? Bhagavad Gita gives us the answer. The problem is not necessarily with the technology or the resources. The problem is the greed in our heart, the hunger to accumulate more and more and more. Why? Because Bhagavad Gita, it helps us understand that we are not this body, we are a soul, and everybody else is also part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So Bhagavad Gita talks about all these things. It helps us get rid of these, this problem of greed. Srila Prabhupada, he traveled to the West in a very advanced stage. He brought this message of Bhagavad Gita to the West. And he brought this message of Bhagavad Gita to the West so he could solve this problem, right? So Srila Prabhupada came here to distribute Bhagavad Gita, and we can help Srila Prabhupada in distributing Bhagavad Gita and solve the problem of the world. So we request all of you, if you can, in your network, people you know, we have a couple of book tables here. Because of mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have Bhagavad Gitas translated in all language of the world, not only Indian languages, in all the languages of the world. And we are just humbly requesting you, we have a goal to distribute how many books, how many Bhagavad Gitas will Toronto distribute this particular month? Any guesses? Anybody? The number is not in 100, it's in 1,000. Let me make it clear. 27, 38, that's pretty ambitious, but the goal is to distribute 27,000 Bhagavad Gitas this year. So the more we will distribute, the more we'll get rid of these actual problems. All right? So we would request all of you in your area of influence, in people you know, devotees you know, family and friends you know. Bhagavad Gita is a very popular book. You can share it with people you know. You can give them as a gift, or you can ask them to purchase. If you do not know enough people, we have a team called Shastradhan team. So we place the books in homeless shelters, in hospitals, libraries, and many hotels and many other areas. So you can donate a copy or a box or anything according to your capacity, and then we will place it in the coming year with your donation. So please, again, a humble request, please help us in distributing these 27,000 Bhagavad Gitas. So there are 3 ways you can help. First way, you can purchase a book. Second way, you can donate. What is the third way? Anybody? Sorry? Read it, absolutely, but that's really nice. So I was thinking of something else. What is the third way? What is another way by distributing? You can sponsor, but that's already done. Okay, I'll give it to you. You can all pray. When we all come together and we pray to the Supreme Lord, to the Guru Maharaj, when devotees come together and they pray with a sincere heart, then we'll be able to achieve our goal. So please help us in these 3 ways. I'm sure everybody can contribute in a little way. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Param Gauranga Prabhu, for sharing with us on how everyone can be involved with the Prabhupada Book Marathon campaign. We request everyone to please take a moment to visit one of the tables, either by the hallway, or we also have a table by Srila Prabhupada. Even if you're not sure how you want to support, just come by and speak to them, show them your support, or if you have questions, do ask them, and they'll be more than happy to address them. So we'll conclude with some announcements for today. We would like to thank our Sunday Feast sponsors. We have 4 sponsors for today. I think being the last week of Karthik, many of them wanted to contribute towards today's Sunday Feast. So we're going to chant the Mahamantra thrice, but before that, would like to thank the 4 donors. Chinar Dingra, who is sponsoring for her birthday. Sri Hari is sponsoring for his family. We have Rohit Joshi and Sunil Joshi, who are sponsoring on the occasion of their mother's birthday, Arati Kalia. We also have Narahari Prabhu, Dangati Mataji, and Charanamrit, who are also sponsoring for the special month of Karthik. So for all these wonderful families and donors, we're going to chant the Mahamantra thrice. On the count of 1, 2, 3. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once more and louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you once again to all the wonderful donors for being here with us this evening and supporting for today's Sunday Feast, Prasadam. As we mentioned earlier, today is the last day of Karthik, so we will be reciting the Damodar Ashtakam as well at the 8 p.m. Aarti. Please note that we will not be offering lamps in the temple hall because of the high number of people. It could be a fire hazard. Usually the lamps are being offered in the morning at 7 a.m. So for those of you who attended the morning programs, thank you. You would have known that you got an opportunity to participate. But today evening, we will conclude one last time reciting Damodar Ashtakam for this year. But of course, everyone is more than welcome to continue reciting Damodar Ashtakam. We have some announcements from the Kids Fun School. We have ongoing Bhagavad Gita virtual classes for the kids and adults. More information can be found in the notice board outside. There's also the Krishna Weekly Fun School that happens every Sundays. While we have the Sunday Feast program here, there are some classes being taught downstairs in our basement. This is for kids between age 3 years to 17 years old. The fall semester is already begun, and we are almost towards the end of this semester. But if you would like to enroll your kids, or if you know of someone who might be interested, please do check out the information in the front desk. There's also a Bhagavad Gita contest happening next Saturday. It's a bit too late to register now, but everyone is welcome to participate next Saturday and attend the session, which will be happening in the morning to afternoon. We also would like to let you all know that during the month of Kartik, a couple of devotees who have been very consistently doing morning programs virtually on Zoom, which included japa sessions. We are actually going to continue that due to a good response from many of our attendees. So if you would like to participate, there will be morning Zoom sessions on just chanting between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. For those of you participated, you probably know the link, but if not, you can find information in the front desk on how you can join the Zoom sessions. Two last announcements for the day. We also want to remind everyone about the Bhakti Vriksha classes that are happening every Sunday in person at the temple between 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the basement. And if you are interested in learning more about the Bhakti Academy program, which is a program exclusively for young adults or young working professionals, if you are in school or if you've just started working and you're looking for ways to be involved spiritually, we do have an in-house Bhakti Academy program. And again, you can find more information in their website, bhaktiacademy.ca, or you can also visit torontokrishna.com. Lastly, today's Sunday feast prasadam, which you will all relish very soon, is cooked lovingly by Bhavamalini Mataji and her team. So let's give a big round of applause to these devotees. And thank you all so much for being here with us this evening. That concludes the announcements. You can all honor your vegetarian feast. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sadhu.
Hare Krishna. Those who are still eating in the temple hall, please finish your prasadam as soon as possible. The door is going to open soon. Hare Krishna.
Wait, seriously? Okay, I thought you told us this. You told me?
Bhakti.